Hello everyone and welcome back to Eldritch Mythos. Welcome back to the second episode of the Mothman in regards to us portraying the story of all the facts and research brought together. We hope you enjoy it and please let us know how you like it after you watch it.
The 60s. It was a time where political tensions were still high and the Cold War was still very much a threat looming over the East and the West. The hippie counterculture was on the rise, celebrating peace with rock music and psychedelic drugs. It was a strange time. Strange and mysterious events have always taken place in the world in any given era. One such strange event that stands out among the rest, and has reoccurred since then, can only be described as such. The Mothman. The date is Saturday, November 12th, 1966. In a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia, 5 men were digging a grave when they saw a brown, man-like figure with wings fly low from the trees over their heads. Frightened from the sight of the creature, they didn't know what it was and reported the strange creature to the authorities. 3 days later, on Tuesday night, at number 15 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a pair of married young couples were driving around the area outside of the town called the TNT area, a former World War II munitions plant named the West Virginian Ordnance Works. Roger and Linda Scarberry, accompanied by Steve and Mary Mallett, were driving around midnight when Linda Scarberry noticed 2 large red eyes glowing in the darkness besides the Old North power plant, and screamed at the sight. Roger stalled his station wagon for a minute to inspect the creature. The 4 soon realized that the creature they were looking at was a bipedal humanoid around 7 feet tall, with gray fur, and it had wings folded against its back. The glowing red eyes were the product of the station wagon's beams being picked up by the creature's reflective eyes. However, the astonishment and curiosity soon turned into sheer terror when the creature spread its 10-foot wings, and with one wing beat, the creature ascended into vertical flight, reaching tremendous heights with speeds up to 100 miles per hour. The creature swooped down and began to attack the station wagon. Roger drove down Highway 62, trying to escape the creature as it attacks the roof of the car. They eventually reached back to the edge of town, where they got off the car and discussed the events that just unfolded. They agreed the creature was just a strange bird, and recollected their courage to face it to prove their point. When they arrived back to their first encounter, they realized the creature wasn't an odd bird after all. This time, however, when the headlights of the station wagon illuminated the creature, it took off vertically again, only to disappear above the tree line instead of attacking. The 4 turned back into town again and reported the whole incident to both Sheriff George Johnson and Deputy Hiller Halstead. City police followed 2 hours later by dispatching in search of the creature, but returned back to the Mason County Courthouse empty-handed. This was the incident that leads the Mothman to its cult-like status. The very next morning, the Point Pleasant Register published its issue with the headline, "Couple Sees Man-Sized Bird. Creature. Something." That very same morning, Linda Scarberry was rushed to the hospital by her father after Linda had experienced a nervous breakdown, one of the many symptoms many witnesses experience after seeing the creature's glowing eyes. Throughout the years of the numerous reports, the witnesses who've cited the creature are said to be plagued by extreme fear, psychological distress, and nightmares, along with, most of all, witnesses say a sense of pure evil overtakes them when they stare into the glowing red, unblinking eyes. And the strangest of all, men dressed in black would harass the witnesses and wanted them not to speak about the creature in public. The climax of all these encounters, though, was 13 months later, on December 15th in 1967. On Friday, at 4:58 p.m. in the afternoon, without warning, one of the I-bars of the Silver Bridge that connected Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to Ohio across the Ohio River broke under the weight of rush hour traffic, causing the bridge to collapse, causing 31 vehicles to either plunge 80 feet into the Ohio River or fall into a pile of debris on the river's shoreline. A total of 46 people died that day, and only 9 survivors. The survivors are rushed into hospitalization. It is said the incident was connected to the Mothman, as several witnesses saw the creature a few days prior to the bridge collapsing. Some believe the creature warns humans of disasters as an omen, while others believe it is the direct causation of them. The Mothman was also cited in other regions as an omen for such disasters as being possibly seen at the time of the Chernobyl accident before the meltdown, and the bridge collapse in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2007, where he was sighted a month prior to the collapse, or being sighted yet again in La Junta, Chihuahua, where it was sighted before a swine flu outbreak in 2009. Where the creature stands in either of these categories is decisive at best, as most of these witness accounts describe the Mothman as a cryptid, as it's been associated with 2 other cryptids, the gigantic thunderbirds of North Canada and Alaska, and the owlman of Cornwall, England, its English equivalent, as it is had very many similarities. Some argue that the creature has more of a supernatural nature, as there have been 2 legends from Native American lore. The Shawnee Indian lore, called the Missingwa, closely resembles the Mothman in description, and the Shawnee Indian lore of the family of Native Americans choosing to become the White Hawks, living in the forest near Point Pleasant, protecting the forest animals from anyone who would bring them harm. Others believe the Mothman to be a blood curse placed upon the town by Chief Cornstalk, who was murdered along with his son in West Virginia, as the curse is believed to be attached to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Nowadays, the Mothman is remembered as a central part of the aptly named Mothman Festival in downtown Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where it has been since 2002. And visitors from around the world gather together with the town's residents next to the Mothman statue and the Mothman Museum every 3rd weekend of every September annually to celebrate the Mothman and unique atmosphere, to experience and learn about the Mothman in the festival that features a wide variety of events that include live music, food, guest speakers, and vendors of Mothman merchandise for everyone to experience. Whether a hoax or another worldly creature, there is one thing no one can deny about the Mothman, and that is its massive popularity amongst its fans, including books and movies, along with its own movie titled The Mothman Prophecies, along with its more recent inclusion in games like Fallout 76 as an enemy of similar features and behaviors. At the end of the day, the Mothman can truly be described as an Eldritch Mythos.
Thank you everyone for joining us in the 2nd episode, and we hope that you have enjoyed the tale that we have told in regards to that of the Mothman. Every research that we've gone through, everything that we've seen and heard, we have entitled into that story. If you have anything different, anything to add on, you're more than welcome to leave a comment down below. or even a direct link so we can go ahead and look further into it. So that if we want to retouch on this cryptid, we'll be more than happy to.
Or if there's new sightings.
Even better. Even better. So, stay tuned for next week's creature. It will be the Akul, I believe.
Correct. So we're moving from the giant moth-like thing to the giant bat-like thing.
Yes. So, until then, hope you liked it. Hit the like button down below with the bell icon and the subscribe button if you've liked the story and what we entail here in this new channel of ours. We hope to see you in the future videos, and any sightings, tales, legends that you want to give us, even your own experiences, so please let us know down below. We'll see you in the next episode of Eldritch Mythos.